is warmer. Many people are getting out for a run. You have some post-run stretches to help with flexibility and to avoid your injury. It's very important. So please welcome Brent Bishop, our personal trainer extraordinaire. So I mean, you preach what you do. You are a runner, and I know you get asked this a lot about stretching, but before we even get into that, I want to talk about the weight loss challengers because they just murdered a 5K.
They killed it. They did
incredible. We have some B-roll for that so we can see them during this run. And I know you're really good to run with. I've done runs with you. You're a great pacer. You'll go back and you'll pick up whoever's sort of lagging behind and make sure they catch up.
I try.
Yeah. So how was it? What was the experience like?
Honestly, it was amazing. They all did a great job. They had their own paces, which is great. The hardest part was the hill at the end, which I don't know if we got B-roll of that, but that was challenging for all four. Yeah, but they made it. They killed it.
We should have done some before and afters. You know, you have the feeling when you get to that hill as a runner, and you're like, oh my gosh, why'd they leave this to the end?
At the very end, exactly.
Right? That's the worst. Okay, so when people ask you about stretching and running, what do you say to them? Do you run before? Do you run after? Or do you stretch before? Do you stretch after?
Simple. I say both. But the type of stretching is really critical, right? So. For static stretching, like some of the stretches I'm going to go over today, you want to do that after your run, where your muscles are warm, more pliable. Before the run, you want to do more dynamic stretching, like lunges or knee raises, things that get your body moving, drive circulation to the joints and muscles, but then also prime the nervous system for the activity you're about to do.
There are a few stretches that everyone should sort of get into their regular routine if they are runners.
Yes.
What do you suggest? And is this for pre or post?
This is for post, so I'm going to go over post today. Very basic one is sort of IT band or lateral leg stretch. So essentially, if you're standing like this, you're going to take your left leg, cross it over the right, and then you're going to reach to the back leg, which is your right leg. And as I'm doing that, I'm pushing my hip in the opposite direction, gently. Okay? And then you're going to hold that position. So something to do with the holding of stretches is also really important. You want to do at least 30 seconds, and I always vouch for 45 to 60 seconds if you have the time.
A minute if you can.
Yeah, you're going to relax your nervous system. You're going to get a deeper stretch and more benefit from that.
Now, some people might not know what you're looking for, and like, should it hurt?
That's a good point. No, there's a discomfort and pain, right? Two very different things. So there should be a little bit of discomfort, but about a 5 to 6 out of 10 is where you should take a stretch. If you get to a 7, 8, 10 out of 10, what happens is your body reacts by contracting against your stretch. We have what we call Golgi tendon organs, which are in that muscle tendon complex, and their job as a receptor is to just read the tension that's on the muscle. And on the joint, so it protects the joint by contracting.
Yeah, it wants to stop you from going too far.
So no pain. No pain. No pain. Pain is not gain when it comes to stretching.
Good stuff. Yeah. All right, what else do you got for us?
So next one is a hip flexor stretch, and what I'm going to get you to do, Tracy, is I'll get you to be my anchor point for this. So this could be around a post,
I will be
a
your
fence.
TRX. I will be your tree.
You be my tree. Okay. So literally, this is going right below the buttocks. Okay. So from there, you're going to step back into a lunge position. So the purpose of this tension is it's essentially pulling me forward. When I relax, I'm getting a little bit of a deeper stretch there. I'm going to put the same side arm up as the leg that's down, right? And then I'm going to actually contract the glute as well. So contracting the glute essentially helps release the front of the body.
So what that means is clench.
Yes, clench the glute. Clench the glute.
What are you doing right now, though? Are you leaning into the stretch, or are you resisting it?
My hand is up. I'm leaning medially, and then I'm also leaning backwards slightly. But again, you don't want to force it. So right now I'm at about a 6 out of 10.
Right.
Which is pretty good. And holding that for at least 30 seconds.
Okay, stay there 30 seconds to a minute.
Seconds. You can do it without the band as well, but this is just a nice tool to get a deeper stretch.
What's that for? Your hips?
This is for your hip flexors. So
hip flexors.
Yeah, so as hip flexors.
The thing that makes you do this.
Absolutely.
Right?
Very important for running.
What else do you have for us?
Next one is one that I really like as well. It's a pigeon stretch. So basically, you're stretching the glute.
Oh, it's a good one.
So you're going to go into this position now, depending on your flexibility. But you want to, the more parallel you are to the waist, the harder it's going to be. If you go down here, it's a little easier. And then square out your hips. You're going to drop to the ground or onto the forearms, whatever's comfortable for you, and you're going to feel that through the hip, through your glute medius.
Are you looking at this and saying no? Can you give us a modified version of that?
Because modified version is literally right here.
Yeah, a lot of us can't get that leg all the way down and that leg already all the way bent. What are you looking for in terms of proper form in this one?
You're looking for squaring out the hips to the ground.
Right.
Okay? So again, this is much harder.
Yeah.
This is a lot easier. So most people can get into this position unless you have knee issues, right?
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. That's good.
And you can also use a chair or something, some elevated, the back of a couch.
You can use the blocks.
The blocks, exactly.
Yeah.